You want to go into setting. Let's go to setting, and now you scroll down into screen time, and now the first thing when screen time, you never deal with that before, so the first thing you want to do, use screen time passcode here. I will make 111, again 111, and it will ask me the first time to put my Apple ID and password. So let's do it fast. Okay, now that we are in, we're starting with downtime. You see it? Let's click on it. Put the password we created, 111 for this video. And now downtime, we will turn it on, and now you control all the entire phone or iPad of the kid, from which time to what time, from let's say 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. not to use the iPhone or the iPad. So you just do it for every day. Let's see over here, it said from 7 to 10 p.m. No, sorry, from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. So you can set it up and choose different time by just scrolling down and choosing the time fit the needs of your child in the family. Okay, so now as you see on the bottom, it said over here block a downtime. So if you want the phone to be blocked, all apps should be blocked, so you turn it on, not off, on. You see, now you can customize the days. Let's click on customize days, and you can choose for each day different time. It's more convenience at weekends, you know, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. So you can give him more time to be on the phone or on the iPad. So you can set up different time from one point of a time to a different point of a time that the iPad should be off. Okay, let's go back now to the next step. You can enjoy protecting your son or your daughter, whatever it is. App limits. You click on app limits, and now you can add limit. You can add limit as you see on the top. You can add to all apps in category, or you can just add limit to a specific app, and social or in games, whatever you choose, and then you choose which apps in games you want to control. That from one point to a one point, you do not want him to use that specific app. So that's app limits. Now the third tab over here, communication limits, we click on it, and now over here the first option is giving us is during screen time, limit who you can communicate with during allowed screen time, which means if you allowed screen time, who can really communicate. Contact only can communicate with them, or contact in groups with one list contact that he has, or with everyone. So most parents choose contact only. Okay, so that's if you want to control when he's allowed to use the phone or the iPad. During downtime means he is allowed with everyone to communicate with the social apps, or only with specific contacts that you will allow them. Okay? Okay, back to the beginning. Okay, to the home page, let's call it, of screen time. Always allowed. Always allowed means that these apps, even when the iPhone or the iPad is blocked, it should still have these apps like phone, messages, FaceTime, maps. Maps has no good, it doesn't have to be really, so let's just remove it. And FaceTime and messages and phone, you want it to be always on. When you're not home, you want them to have a communication with you guys, with the parents. So that's my recommendation. But you can also choose and add any app that you feel that you want him to have always on. Back to the next very important and the main power of screen time is this: contact and privacy restrictions. So let's click on it and let's turn it on right now. That's the most important part, and let's start explaining the first one. As you see, iTunes and App Store purchases at the top. installing apps, you can allow them to or not allow him to install apps. Doesn't make a difference what's going on with the first 4 tabs we explained. If you right now deciding that he's not allowed to install apps, he's not allowed to install apps forever until you allowed it. So this over here right now doesn't make a difference one time, and whatever it is, it will be the way you set it up until you change it again. So installing apps, if you allowed, so then he will be able to install. Deleting apps, allowed or don't allow to delete apps on his device. Okay? And then in-app purchases, allowed or don't allowed. Sometimes he has a game that he can buy colors, balls, whatever powers, so you can just stop it by doing don't allowed. Okay? Now, as you see, require password, you can ask don't require or always require from him when he is installing apps, deleting apps, or in-app purchases. He will have to use password. So you can choose a require password or don't require. Okay, now the next thing is allowed apps. Those allow apps, the main apps of the phone. If you turn off Safari and he has no other browser, Safari will be out and he has internet out. He has no internet until you go to his device and turn it back on. So you can control his internet by doing so. So too by FaceTime, camera, for some reason you don't want to take pictures of someone or whatever places that he goes. Same thing with Siri. You understand? AirDrop, CarPlay, iTunes Store, News, Health. Okay, iTunes Store, you don't want them to buy movies or see movies. Okay, or songs you don't want them. So you can control all these apps that will be disappearing until you go back to his iPad or iPhone, enabling them. Okay, so you can disable and enable all of those allowed apps. Okay, the next main important is contacts restrictions on the internet or on the phone. Watch this. The first thing is you can control everything about the quality of life you want for your son or daughter. Is music and broadcast, news and workouts. If you don't want it to be with explicit words, then you can just go and say ask for just clean. Okay? Same thing over here, movies and videos. You can turn it on and off. If you can watch videos, it means movies when you said videos. It doesn't mean on photos on the photo app. So you can just turn it off or on video, on music. Music videos. Turn on and off. Okay. Something music profiles on and off. You can control them. Movies. You can control the age you want. You can say don't allow no apps. You can control from age of 12, age of 14, age of 16, age of 18, movies that is allowed to watch up to age of 18, or all movies allowed. Okay? And also you can control show movies in iCloud. So you can turn it on and or off on his device. Okay? Same thing by apps. You can control which age of app you're allowing him to use on the phone. So you control don't allow apps, and then the whole entire phone will be closed. But when you don't allow apps, the main apps like phone and messages will still be on. Okay? Now the most important part is web content. You can just leave it like that. You can use and see whatever you want, or limit adult website. And this option, I don't recommend leaving it like that, because a lot of times you can just write on Google search words that oversmart the Google engine with Apple limit as adult website, and you can still see inappropriate content. What I highly recommend is going to the next option, which is allowed website only, and you choose which website you will visit. So you can add website, and only the one you choose for him, this is the only websites he will be able to use on his phone or iPad, even though he has different search engine. And so too, so on, you can go to Game Center right now. And before that, you see Siri. You can control Siri, not allowed to use for web search content. Same thing, explicit words, you can also don't allow to use Siri for them. Siri will tell them I'm not allowed to respond for those words. Multiplayer games, you can choose only contacts, friends only, or don't allow, okay? Same thing, adding friends. If you can add friends, yes or no. Connect with friends, allowed, don't allowed, on games. Screen recording when he's playing or using the phone, allowed or don't allowed. Okay, nearby multiplayer, allowed or don't allowed. All of those, private messaging, allowed or don't allowed. If you found this video helpful in any way, please don't forget to support the channel, subscribe and give a thumbs up to the video. Thank you so much.